one, one or two, one or three, one or four. Inspiration, elevation, knocking right at your door.
Aloha mai kako. Aloha, welcome to Mana Bomb's podcast. It's me, Kanoe Davis.
And me, Kulani, Jeremiah Wang. Aloha kako.
Aloha, today's daily Mana Bomb is one day I asked myself, self, do you really give a Self said, hell nah. That's our daily Mana Bomb, and our focus is focusing too much on things that you have no control over can be detrimental to your health. The way we want to engage is, what are some ways to move through this? Why can this shape who we are unintentionally? And have you ever heard someone say I'm or you're in your head too much? Some things to think about for today's Mana Bomb.
Yeah, that's so many things to think about. Let's see. I remember when I was younger, my mama used to always say, "You're so outstanding, you're standing out." And I'm like, what? Yeah. And then she'd be like, "So, did you hear what I said? You're so outstanding, you're standing out." I was like, okay, that wasn't even for me, that was for herself. And I was like, okay, mom. Oh, give me the download. Like, what's the reasons for that? And she just said, sometimes I gotta pick myself up. I said, oh, okay. So ever since I heard my mom do that, when you're talking about uh, just regaging where you at in space and all of that, that's the question. So self, do you really give up? Myself usually says, hell nah. So I can totally relate with this one, Bob. Totally relate with this one. There are times though, I'm not gonna lie, that I think I tell myself that self is saying I'm too much in my head. Overthinking what ifs. So what if I did that? What if I did this? Should I have done that? Shoulda, coulda, woulda, all of those things. And
This is something that I really tell myself normally. These are normal actions. So the focus was right. Focusing too much on things that you have no control over can be detrimental to your health. Part of that is being in your head, worried about what other people think, judgment, worried if you got it right, if you got it wrong, worried if you are valuable or you're not valuable. Worrying about all of those things are things a lot of us go through. And the way when I talked about the engagement, right? What are some of those ways to move through that? Is one of these, talking to yourself and having self-reflection and self-motivation. This is part of your self-mastery. When you can go like your mama, yourself can heal yourself. You don't have to go to everybody else to get that healing. You actually can do it yourself. That should be your first person. And if your first person can't help you, that's usually when you're going to other people. That's why most people will go to other people before they go to themselves. But the self mastery is doing it on your own, right? And then why can this shape who you are unintentionally? When we live in our head, we tend to move in that as reality.
mm,
Sometimes we have to remember what's in our head is only in our head. It's not in everybody else's head. So as you're moving about this world thinking that whatever's in your head is in everybody else's head, you're actually moving unintentionally and describing who you are, which ends up being projections. It ends up being anxieties. It ends up being fear. It ends up being missing out on great opportunities. It even ends up being you not growing. Like, for instance, you could maybe you heard a rumor that somebody was talking about you that was a good friend, and you stop going around your good friend, or you stop being in places. And because inside of your head, you're like, oh, they hate me. I'm not worthy. Oh no, F this. I'm not dealing with this. I don't like her anymore. La, 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 la. But yeah, that is it for today. Get out of your head, people. Get out of your head. Talk to your board members. That one sassy diva board member in your head. Self, do you really give a F? Hell no. So Collaborate with your brain, collaborate with your it's a kako thing, people. It is a kako thing. And all that kako, everybody, you included, is in your head. So make it a kako thing. All right, guys. With that being said, signing off from the island of Molokai, it's me, Kanoe Lani Davis.
And way over here at Oahu, it's me, Kulani, Jeremiah Wang. Ahoy ho, kako.
Aloha.